So there's the feminists. They take their tops off, and they are now taking over a Muslim event, grabbing the mic, frothing at the mouth feminists, holding their fists in the air. And now here come the Muslims in charge of the event. They take her, they drag her off stage. Now they've got her on the ground, and there it goes. They are brutally beating her. All right, we've got some breaking news right now on social media and free speech. The monopolies that run the internet ghettos are trying to silence their competition. So we'll have news on that in a second. But first, here's a video of a feminist protest gone wrong. Well, you shouldn't have protested at a Muslim event. So there's the feminists. They take their tops off, and they are now taking over a Muslim event, grabbing the mic, frothing at the mouth feminists, holding their fists in the air. And now here come the Muslims in charge of the event. They take her, they drag her off stage. Now they've got her on the ground, and there it goes. They are brutally beating her. Now she's getting pummeled and kicked and beaten to a bloody pulp at the Muslim event. So feminist protester protest a Muslim event actually makes sense. The religion of Islam that oppresses women. In a lot of these Islamic countries, women can't drive. They have no rights. They can't even leave the house. They can't, without their hood over their head. They can't even leave the house without a man, or they can be arrested or raped or thrown in jail. So I give these feminists credit. They go out there and they protest oppressive Islam against women, and then they learn the hard way how oppressive Islam really is against women as they get beaten to a bloody pulp. But you won't see any of the liberal media covering that, will you? Nothing, because Islam is the religion of peace as they blow people up all over Europe and beat a feminist protester. Okay, so now here's the breaking news. This is from Jamie White at Infowars.com. Google tech giants threaten to shut down free speech social site. Search engine giant Google and other tech platforms have threatened to shut down free speech social media site Gab in the name of fighting hate speech. So Gab is now considered hate speech, even though it's nothing but free speech. The Hill, alt-right Twitter rival, may lose its web domain. So boom, they try to label it alt-right, which they've already labeled as racist white supremacist. Totally false. Google faces lawsuit over removing Gab from Play Store. So there you go. Now Google is censoring the content that you have access to. That's Stasi techniques. That's Hitlerian techniques. And so here was a report from Fox talking about the hypocrisy on the social media giants. They claim they're diverse, but it's not true. Here's that clip.
And you know, Ashley, Facebook loves painting itself as this forward-thinking, progressive, and inclusive company.
Right.
But one look at Facebook's own workforce and you're slapped in the face with hypocrisy. Only 3% of the company's employees are African-American. Only 5% are Hispanic. So if Zuckerberg and Facebook want to lecture the rest of us on inclusion, they should practice what they preach.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. How dare Fox report the truth about Facebook and Google that claim they're diverse? Claim they're for minorities. Bunch of bull. And the only reason why they support DACA is so they can bring in cheap labor. This is amazing. So Andrew Torba, he is the creator of Gab. He's going to be on the Alex Jones show with Alex Jones tomorrow to cover all of this. But again, we've been telling you that this is coming. And you know what? We've had callers call in and talk about taking action. Here's how you can take action. Go out, download Gab. Go get Gab right now. Go create a Gab account. Go invest in Gab. They want to remove Gab. Obviously, Gab is where we need to go. See, Gab is set up to directly compete with Twitter. So you can't have that because, you see, Twitter is one of these internet ghettos that controls your free speech. We've seen it. They've kicked Milo off. They've kicked a ton of people off. And they keep responses from getting to President Trump. They'll censor responses. They'll censor Don Jr.'s tweets. They'll censor President Trump's tweets. They'll remove people if they don't like their opinion. So you got all of this going on, and it's just an example of how they're trying to skirt the First Amendment by putting everyone onto these free speech plantations that are actually not free speech and then censoring everything you see there. So that's what's actually going on. That's the real censorship. Those are the real people that hate free speech. It's the people at Google, the people at Facebook, and the people at Twitter that want to shut down any competition they have.
Survival Shield X2 Nascent Iodine. If you're interested in healthy thyroid, if you're interested in well-being, if you're interested in having a higher IQ, which this has been linked to, get your powerful Survival Shield X2 at InfoWarsStore.com.